Hello, everybody. Eric here on Thursday, February 15th, to talk about the comic books that I picked up that came in on Wednesday, February 14th. 2 weeks in a row. What the hell is going on? Let's jump right in. And first, we have Vengeance of Moon Knight, number 2 from Marvel Comics. Kind of throwback cover, which is why I picked it out. I forgot last week and mostly forgot this week to go and check the covers, see which ones I wanted. But this caught my eye, so I was able to swap it out for the fine cover that I was given. But this harkens back to the glory days of Moon Knight when I fell in love with the character. But Moon Knight Vengeance, excuse me, Vengeance of Moon Knight number 2. Then we have Creepshow, Joe Hill's Wolverton Station, number 1. I believe it's just a one-shot. Excuse me. Yeah, number 1 special. So it's the Creepshow anthology book. Usually has 2 stories in it. It looks like this is a single story written by Joe Hill and Jason Ciaramella. I don't know how you pronounce that name, but some good. This is from Image. Hopefully good horror stuff. I'm a Joe Hill fan, so hopefully that's good. A Legacy of Violence, number 10 from, Mad Cave, written by Cullen Bunn. No, I haven't read any of it yet. One of these days. I know I keep saying that, but someday I'm actually going to mean it. I'm going to take some time off from reading books and just try to crank through a bunch of comic books. And I'm looking forward to this because it's Cullen Bunn. Another one I haven't read yet. It's Blade, issue 8 from Marvel Comics. Cool looking cover, I think. Lots of radioactive ghosts around Blade. I don't know. I've heard decent things about this book. Hopefully it lives up to its reputation. I'm a fan of the character, of course. Vampires, monsters, horror. Blade number 8 from Marvel Comics. A book that I have read, but I'm behind on. This is Earth Divers 1776, Part 5, but it's Earth Divers issue 15. This is from IDW. It's written by Stephen Graham Jones. And I read the first storyline and the first 2/3 of the second storyline. This is the third storyline. But this is on top of my stack to be read. So, and the stuff I have read has been really, really good. Then we have The Last of the Floppies, Batman City of Madness from DC Black Label. It's the Cthulhu-esque Batman story. I think this might be the last issue. Without giving anything away, it does say the end in the bottom corner of the last page. Haven't read any of these. These oversized Black Labels go in their own pile and they get read at my convenience because they're not part of continuity or anything, so I can read them anytime. Everything else I like to read in order, keep continuity straight. But there you go, Batman City of Madness number 3. And then a couple of other things. We have Best of 2000 AD Volume 5, I believe. Yes, it is. I like that cover. Nice and bright, cartoony. And this anthology. So we've got a Judge Dredd story and an essay, something called Tribal Memories. I don't know what that is. Zombo, Judge Dredd, Devlin Woe. I don't know if that's how you say his name. Missionary Man, DR, and Quinch's Agony Page, whatever that is. Interesting. But just what it says, the Best of 2000 AD magazine. Different writers, different artists, different stories. And then the big one. Not necessarily physically big, although it is a decent size. This is the Time Squared Omnibus. This came out from Image. It is by Howard Chaykin. I'm a fan of Howard Chaykin. I like his storytelling, mostly. I like his art, mostly. And there's the story behind this book is this came out for the 35th anniversary, 35th anniversary of Time Squared. That's how I say it, right? Time Squared, as opposed to just Time 2. Originally, this was supposed to be a trilogy of graphic novels. The first two came out, and then the third one never came out until now. We'll see if there's any type of essay or anything about why. There's like special features in the back, so I don't know if he'll talk about this stuff. But actually, the very first Time Squared story was in American Flag Special, the American Flag Special. I wonder if it's in my American Flag Omnibus collection or collected complete collection, whatever it's called. So it's got that original story, and then it has the first two graphic novels, and then the finally completed, finally seeing the light of day, third graphic novel to finish out this trilogy, and then a bunch of tons of extra material, sketches, and looks like there's some essays and things. But yeah, very, very excited. Oh, and then so besides the fact that this is the first time we're seeing the third part of the trilogy, excuse me, but this book was canceled, I believe. If I remember correctly, it was. I follow Howard Chaykin on Facebook. He talked about it. Was going to be coming out. I got excited. It was in the previews catalog. I ordered it, and then I believe it was canceled. All orders canceled. And then I think it was supposed to be out last year or the year before. I think last year. And then it was re-solicited, I believe. And so finally, it's finally out. And I think technically it was supposed to be out last week because I saw something about on Howard Chaykin's Facebook where he said after X delay, X amount of time delay, and then like parenthetically plus 7 days. There we go. Time Squared Omnibus from Image Comics by Howard Chaykin. Very, very excited to finally read the conclusion to this wild story of, it says, at the intersection of infinity where eternity meets forever, when forgotten ghosts ring changes in an orchestral lost time, when tomorrow is haunted by that rhapsody of memory, recollections of things to come, when a lost soul gone forever returns to find it's still on the hit parade, when yesterday sings the old siren song and still finds it sweet and low down, when a long-time love disappears at dawn and a solo scarcely heard floats out an open door to forever haunt your days. What was, what is, what will, and never will be. Every dream, every prayer, every fear found forever at the crossroads of memory and imagination. As ever, always, welcome home, Time Squared. That doesn't tell you a single thing about what this is, does it? And that seems appropriate considering Howard Chaykin writes some really bizarre stuff. But anyway, there you go. I've prattled on about this for far too long. All right. Question for this video: is there any story for which you have been waiting for a long time for the conclusion? Of course, first thing that comes to mind to me, not for me because I haven't read any of these books, but Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, whatever. As far as I know, the last book's still not out. And then Patrick Rothfuss, his fantasy story. I don't know if that was ever concluded. For me, Nothing pops up off the top of my head. I can't think of any like unfinished trilogy or unfinished thing. Uh, I've got the Brian Keene, the Labyrinth series, but he's pumping those out one a year or so. I think it's been one every year since they started coming out. So it's not like I'm waiting for those. I've waited a long time. Um, so for me, yeah, for me, I can't think of anything, but I know there's people waiting for that last Game of Thrones book. People for waiting for that last Patrick. I think that's his name, right? Patrick Rothfuss, whatever his name is. Um, what else might there be? Are there any? Are there any unfinished stories that are supposed to be finished? Not like Firefly being canceled, and so we don't have we have too many unanswered questions, but something that where they just keep it's coming, don't worry, it's gonna be here, and it's been a long, long time. If you can think of anything, I know it's not the greatest question, but that's what came to mind. Um, if you can think of anything, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. I try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. And if you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronan5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. And if you're on Blue Sky, I am @EL Smith. That's all I have for you this week. So until next week, read more comic books.